What is going on, guys, and welcome to our second tutorial. Now this one is going to be interesting, right? We're going to design a flyer for a pianist who organizes piano lessons. So things like classical music, black music, elementary jazz, makossa and bakotsi are going to be um, what he's going to be featuring. So make sure you stick around to the very end. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a video. Now let's hop into this tutorial. We're going to take this thing from scratch. All right, I'm going to show you guys every detail I did. Now the first thing I did was, first of all, let's click on default and we delete that text. All right, the first thing I did was I went to the fourth icon here and scroll to from gallery. So this is where you can actually extract the background. So I downloaded a piano background. All right, like I said, background is very important. It helps all your information stand out. So you accept that and it immediately becomes your background. Now the next thing I did was to go straight to the headline text. Right, this client doesn't have a logo, so like previously you can just easily attach a box that's going to be like where your logo is supposed to be. So the headline text was piano lessons, so I had to make the piano to be big. All right, so the text I used was dos vida. All right, so that's it. I think I use Dodge Vida Lite. Dodge Vida. Okay, let's just go with Dodge Vida normally. Alright, so we go with that, and I'm going to try to increase the spacing. I don't think I'm comfortable with that which I am having. Okay, that's quite good. Alright, so so the next thing I did was to write lessons. So it's as simple as writing lessons, and you just put a background color. So we're going to make the lessons to be black, the text to be black, and we're going to use a font called, we're going to use, let's just go with man, let's just go with this. All right, meet out as sun regular. So when we click on it and we come here where you have background, so when you have background, you've activated it and you give it a background color white. So once you do that, you want to give some spacing so that the rectangle really shows up. Now the next thing I did was, like I said, alignments are very important. So you click on this and activate the rulers, so everything is aligned to one side. It could be to the left or to the right, but looking from it, we can't put it here. All right, so we're going to bring that down a little bit and adjust lessons to the left. So that is that. So the next thing I did was basically to just write um what what the students are going to learn. All right, so I just use this. So they're going to learn how to play. You have this and reduce the size. So now we have that. We're going to still stick with this font. Now let's use a more, let's just stick with it. All right, now activate your rulers and make sure everything is straight. Now the next thing we do is, here's how you can underline your text. So you click on where you have style and you click on U with a line beneath it. So once that is that, we still use a text to write our entries. All right, so I have classical music, and we're going to put a dot at the very end so that it aligns to the right. So the next is contemporary music with a dot. Now next we have black. All right, so we decrease this. You can easily decrease that by just going to size and reducing it. So here's how you actually position everything. So you click on these relative positions and just click on up, down. All right. If I'm too fast, you could try to reverse. All right, try to reverse and see what I was saying. So plus the maneuver. I don't know. It looks quite thick. But anyways, we're going to align this. So this is where you have alignment. So you can easily align to the left. It's already to the left. You can align to the right or to the center. But we want it to the left, or rather to the right, so that it matches. See how alignment is very important in designing. It makes your work as neat as it can be. So let's reduce this size a little bit, and we go to our ruler and center it. All right, so what's the next part? The next part, we're going to put in the pictures. All right, or rather, let's just put in this. All right, let's go with the picture first. So I'm going to use my picture. So I don't want to disclose the client's picture randomly, so we'll just go with mine. And now that we have that, I always try to make it to put at this end where you have that shadow. That as well, we have to increase the size of the picture. I think that is okay. And the next thing we have to do is we write the name. So I forgot to mention, if you want to lock an image, here's how you lock an image. You click over here, all right, and you lock it. At that point in time, you cannot touch the image, but the image is still available, it's still seen. If you want to make it invisible, you can just click on the lock eye, so you can close it over here and it makes it disappear. And if you want to bring it back, that's just it, bro. If you just want to delete, you can click over here. If you want to copy, you can copy over here. So I just want to make it not touchable. So the next thing I'll have to do is to write the name of the host. So click on it and you type host. So once you click on host, you will make it we'll make the text white, and we're going to go to background and make the background to be a little bit dark. So that color, what I did was cloning as well. I taught that in the first tutorial. So to clone, you click over here and you choose the color in which you want to clone. All right, it could be this. Now easy way to know which color you're taking is if you look over here, you're going to see it. So I'm going to make it to be quite light, so we're going to stick with that. All right, so we're going to write now the name. So I'm just going to write my name, and that is that. Now at this other part, I'm going to make the background to be white. And when the background is white, I'm going to make the text to be black. There you go. All right. So the next part, we're going to put in the contact details. So to put in the contact details, like I've told you how to bring in shapes, you click on this middle, you click on shapes, and you click over here, and you have a square. So we extend this to the end, and we have that. Now what we do is we can simply just take this text, copy it, and when we copy it, we can edit it and place in the contact details. Contact. So to remove it, to remove the background, we simply just on enable that, and once we on enable it, we can reduce it to the size where it fits to the little white line. So again, we look at our ruler and try to make things to be straight and aligned. Now the next part was to the next design was to import this. All right, that's why I said designing is simply just you knowing how to combine things together to make it look beautiful, to pass on a message. All right. So in designing with smartphone, you don't necessarily design everything from scratch like those with the PC or those with Photoshop do. All right. Even some people using Photoshop, they don't even design things from scratch. They just download and use. Every template has already been made for you to use. And I'm going to be disclosing to you some of those places where you can download these kind of templates and resources. All right. So the next information is on site or online. So we copy this online or on site. Put that in caps and make it white. Now we can as well try to reduce the size and place it below here. But before we do that, we take it to the very end and make sure it is aligned as well. And next, we are going to write 2 months minimum. And we're going to make the background to be white, and the color of the text, we're going to make it dark so it is more visible. Remember, if people are not able to read what you've written because of maybe visibility or poor color contrast, that is going to be a problem to your design. And it's good that you always take into consideration how people are going to actually see your design if they read the information correctly. So that is basically it, how I was able to design this from scratch. And all right, so we're done. Make sure you click on the subscribe button like I've said, and make sure you stay tuned for the next tutorial. Now, something I forgot to mention in the first tutorial was how to actually export these images you've designed. So here's how you do it. You click over here and you click on save image. Now you can choose to save as a project in which you might want to design or use as a template for another design. You can just save it if you want that the informations, or if you want to save your design, all right, for future use. You can choose to save it as that, and what you do is you click, you save, use an image name and save it. All right. So and next you can also choose to save as an image. So by saving as an image, you could choose JPEG or as PNG. So I usually like using PNG. You can choose to also use JPEG depending on you, and you make sure you set the quality to ultra and save to gallery. And that is that. It's going to be saved to your phone where you can send to your client. So see you in the next one, guys.